What's going on, guys? Radio Graffiti here, and today I want to talk to you guys about Big Brother Season 25. Yes, the nightmare is finally over. After 100 days that felt like 3 years, the season has finally concluded. Feels like back in 2019, Luke got kicked out for saying the N-word, but actually it was just 3 months ago, and we're finally done. So what did I think about this season? Well, I think it had a lot of potential. And it was very interesting in the beginning, but after a certain point, it just kind of lost me. So I say about the first month of the show, Cirie, Izzy, Jared, and Felicia were basically running the entire house, which I found very boring because I don't like watching Big Brother seasons where there's just a huge steamroll, where just one alliance is running the entire house and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Nobody ever challenges them. They never have any problems. They just go all the way to the end. They just steamroll everybody. And I was scared that was going to happen, so I was really rooting for Cirie or Izzy to go home to kind of break that up. And then it gets about halfway point, and then it's just kind of in the middle of the road. Then out of nowhere, Jag starts killing the competitions, and then Matt's getting some comp wins, and suddenly Bowie Jane's saving Jag and Matt. So it's just a huge bumpy road. It goes from one steamroll to another, basically. So week 1, Kristen, whatever her name is, goes home. Don't know her. She was only there for a week. I don't even really know why she went home. Guess it's just, it's the first week, so you don't really know anybody, so, what it is. Riley had like the easiest HOH week ever, yet she kept crying about it over and over. Week 2, Hisam becomes HOH and pretty much tanks his game in 1 week. This is one of the worst HOH reigns we've seen since Big Brother 23 with Frenchie. Hisam was just being way too aggressive towards Riley, way too early on. He's just showing how strong he is in competitions. He's being way too tough on his alliance members. Riley goes home. Whatever. I don't know why Matt had such a huge thing for Riley. He only knew her for like 2 weeks. This is going to be a storyline later in the season. How much Matt loves Riley. He brings her up all the time on the live feeds. I don't watch the live feeds. I clicked on them every now and then this season, whenever it was getting really juicy. But I do keep up with like update accounts from people who do watch the feeds. They kind of give updates here and there. They post clips or they, tweet out things that people are saying that they think is going to be important, or that people actually care about or find interesting. So I've been keeping up with some of this stuff, so I do know a little bit here and there. Anyways, week 3, Hisam goes home. Kind of sucks he went home really early, but whatever. He was good at the competitions, and he was a pretty interesting house guest. Week 4, Red goes home. Whatever, I don't care. Week 5, Izzy goes home. Good riddance. She was one of those people who were kind of like, oh, I hate straight white men, and I don't want anybody beautiful to win. It's just crazy to me how she wants to play the role of a straight white man in her relationship, but yet she actually hates straight white men. I'm glad that Izzy went home because it weakened Cirie's numbers, and I wanted to see a shift in the whole Cirie dominating the house thing, so I was happy to see Izzy go. Cameron gets evicted, and then so does Jared, but Cameron comes back. I was happy to see Jared go as well because it's another number for Cirie, so good riddance, Jared. He was kind of an asshole anyway. Nicole, Mimi, whatever her name is, goes home. Waste of space of a house guest. She came on the show just to basically lay around on vacation for 60 days. So whatever. See you later, Mimi. She did nothing of any importance at all. And then Cameron goes home. He's the first member of the jury house, which really sucked. I like Cameron. Here's why I like Cameron. Because Cameron always had a huge understanding of how the house was going. He knew Cirie was running the house, so he was the only one that targeted Cirie and her people. He's the reason Izzy and Jared basically went home. And then he went for Jag. He did nominate Jag, but Jag got evicted and then he came back because of a stupid fucking twist. And I actually liked Jag in the beginning, Jag and Matt, but later down the line they make themselves look like a bunch of asshats. But I like Cameron because he always knew what was going on in the house. He knew to target Cirie, he knew to target Jag, and we know those two ended up being the most dangerous house guests of the entire house. So he was smart for targeting them. And he was a comp beast. He was really good at winning competitions, or everybody else was really sucked at them. I don't know, but either way. That's why I like Cameron, though, and it was also a lot of fun seeing him kind of hide his nominations from everybody. He kind of surprised everybody at the nomination ceremony when it came to nominating Izzy. So he was a lot of fun to watch in the DRs, if you ask me. I know that's not saying much, but everybody else's season was just pretty boring, so Cam was giving us the only bit of joy and happiness in the season with his fun little chaotic DRs. He loved chaos. And then, so Cameron goes home. Corey, he gets backdoored by Jack and Matt. Whatever. He seemed like he had some kind of a potential in the house. The dude looks like he aged like 5 years from before he went to the Big Brother house to when he left. I feel like America really ruined his game because he made it seem very clear that he didn't want to be in a showmance. And I feel like if it wasn't for America, he could have probably progressed a lot further in the game. But because of her, he got kind of lazy. He lost sight of the money. He got distracted by pussy, and it got him evicted. Then Blue goes home. The biggest airhead of the entire season. A complete moron. She was getting targeted by her best, quote-unquote, best friend for 2 weeks straight, but yet she still thought she was good until, like, the last minute. She's a complete idiot. Her DRs are fucking cringy as hell with all her stupid ass kitty kitty purr purr. She talks like how everybody imagines that TikTok people do. It's just a complete idiot. I didn't like Blue at all. America gets evicted. After America gets evicted, I felt like that's kind of when the season really died. Because Blue and America left on a double eviction night. America winning or Cirie winning was our pretty much only hope that Matt and Jag would see the block and go home. But unfortunately, once America left, it's pretty much a done deal that, okay, yeah, Bowie's working with Matt and Jag, and Cirie and Felicia are going to get picked off the next couple of weeks. This is going to be very boring television. Because like I said, I hate to see just a bunch of steamrolls where it feels like there's no chance at all that the power can shift. That's very boring on Big Brother. Very boring. And America sucks so bad at competitions. This girl can't win shit. I don't know why people on Twitter love America so much. All she did all season was lay in bed and kiss her boyfriend. She couldn't win a competition to save her fucking life. So, see you later, America. You're our last chance of getting Jag or Matt out. But unfortunately, you disappointed us all. And also, I gotta point out something during America's eviction speech. She felt the need to point out, ugh, Matt and Jag are winning everything. There's nothing we can do about it. They're just sliding all the way to the end. Felicia won an HOH. Blue won a veto. Bowie Jane won like an HOH or two. So let's not sit here and pretend like, oh, it's because of the male-dominated competitions for why the women can't seem to get into any power. And also, are they sliding to the end or are they winning comps to get to the end? Because there's a huge difference. How are you sliding to the end if you're winning competitions to get there? That's a huge complaint I've seen people having once America got evicted. They're all like, oh, well, you need to start getting more mental competitions. Not everything has to be so physical. Even though there was a good chunk of women that actually did win competitions. And yeah, majority of them were men, sure. But it's like a lot of the same comps we've seen before were very similar to comps we've seen before. There were some mental competitions and there were some where, they're like in the dark and they have to find certain stuff. There was competitions like that this season. The women just sucked this season. They didn't want to win shit. They were just too lazy, I guess. I don't know what the problem was, but either way, even endurance competitions, women usually do pretty good on that. Also on Big Brother, we've had tons of female comp beasts like Danielle and Janelle. So, I don't want to hear all this bullshit. Anyways, Cirie gets evicted next. Oh well. I was hoping final two would be like Cirie versus Matt. I think that would have been a good final two. But unfortunately, Cirie didn't make it there. And then Felicia goes home, which is very unfortunate. I think Felicia was probably one of my favorite house guests this season as well. She was very funny and entertaining, and she was very blunt with people. She was the only one that was actually starting fights and getting into fights this season, which is always great for Big Brother. I love when people get into fights. And then Bowie Jane goes home. Good riddance, bitch. Can't stand her ugly ass, her fucking teeth and her stupid pigtails. Her voice is so annoying as well. She's such a fucking bumbling idiot. She's also the one who got rid of Cameron, even though Cameron was not targeting her at all. And she's also the one that got rid of America, even though America was not targeting Bowie Jane at all. Bowie Jane had a perfect opportunity to get rid of Matt and Jag during the double eviction. She instead chose to get rid of America? That's just stupid. I'm glad to see you go, Bowie Jane. I didn't want you to win any money. And then here we are. We get to the final two. It's Matt versus Jag. Jag wins, which I'm kind of glad he won. He had the better speech over Matt at the end, and he was also way better answering the questions from the jury. Matt completely fumbled when it came to the jury questions. My God. He gave one of the worst speeches I've ever seen in Big Brother history. Everything he said made no sense. He seemed like he was just kind of going on about whatever random thing popped in his head. It was just a terrible speech. He didn't convince me to vote for him at all either. I can't believe how bad and cringy his speech was. Jags, he was just kind of loud and being a little aggressive. I don't think he needed to be so aggressive with his speech. But either way, he still had the better speech over Matt, so he won the game. And I feel like people were going to vote for him anyway because he was such a huge comp beast, and Matt didn't seem to have any kind of game moves other than, oh, I saved Jag. That's pretty much all he could say. I saved Jag. Okay, what else did you do, Matt? How about you talk about your social game, how everybody was always on your good side? You were always on everyone else's good side. Talk about that. But nope. I saved Jag. That's about the only game move he could possibly say. And he only got the opportunity to save Jag because of America. So, whatever. But yes, that is Big Brother 25. We did not need 100 days of this bullshit. The season already started like a month later than it usually would, which was very disappointing. We got like 2 different steamrolls. At the beginning it was Cerise steamrolling, and then at the end of the game it was Jag steamrolling, so that leaves pretty much the middle part with the only really juicy stuff going on. And you couldn't really tell that Cerise was steamrolling in the first couple weeks. Once it got to about week 3, week 4, somewhere around there, so we could see the steamroll happening. But yeah, I'm satisfied with Jag as a winner, I guess. It doesn't matter because he is the winner either way. I just wish he could have had more of a fight to get to the end. I wish somebody could have took out Matt, or at least try to nominate Matt and Jag before he got all the way to the end. I don't know, just something to make it more interesting in the final 4 or 5. It just sucks that America couldn't at least got a Conflin to nominate Matt and Jag, so that way at least Matt or Jag could have went home and made the season way more interesting. But it is what it is. Overall, I look at the season as just very mid. I think Big Brother 24 was way more interesting. Constantly had me on the edge of my seat every week, seeing if Taylor was going to make it. Is Taylor going to make it this week? Is she going to make it that week? I was rooting for Taylor to win, so that gave me something to kind of look forward to every week on Big Brother 24. This season, I didn't really have anyone to root for because my favorite player, Cameron, was the first member of the jury house. And then Corey and America, they weren't really doing anything but kissing in bed and got backdoored right after Cam left. Blue was an airhead. Sari couldn't win any competitions either. Felicia got lucky with one HOH win. So, there wasn't much hope. But yeah. What did you guys think about Big Brother 25? Think this is a top tier season, or do you agree with me that the season was just pretty mid? Just Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Also, I'm very pleased that Cameron won America's favorite player. I voted for him hundreds of times.